In the age of reprints, I still think Core 2021 is an underrated product, especially now that the prices have come back down to reality on it. I think partially due to Fire Emancipation getting the reprint, but still has a lot of other stuff that you're very happy to pull out of this product. So we're actually going to do a box break today. So we're not going to do a battle, no counting, no nothing like that. We're just going to open up some boxes and we're going to see how we do here. So we have a box of Core 2021 collectors. I've got 3 participants because it's a break, not a battle. So if somebody wants to do more in a break, that's fine. So let me do a quick shuffle. Make sure we kind of eliminate any kind of clump zones that might have taken place, or create clump zones. You never know, but that's the randomness of it. I had to go to Randotron. All right, Kazi, 3 packs. Jacob, you've got 6. Okay, and J and V, you've got 3. Okay. So, we're just going to kind of do like 1 pack, 2 pack, 1 pack, and just so we get a taste of where we are at with everything here. So, first pack, Kazi. Let's see how you do. So, we all know what we're after in this set. But let's see. We're going to start off with a Sanctum of All Extended, Rada, Runed Halo, Chandra's Magmut. Cultivate in the awesome treatment. That still has value because it is an awesome treatment. We have a mythic. Bazri Ket. Okay. We'll do better. Chandra's Magmut, and I think we got one more left. So this back slot is kind of like the big money slot, but there's usually only 2 rares or mythics roughly per box in this last slot. We have a mythic. Teferi. So right off the bat, it is starting to look like we're already going to have a Planeswalker box, but you give me a bunch of Teferis and Ugins, and it's all right. Okay, so we have the awesome borderless foil Teferi, Master of Time, which is kind of a crazy good card. All right, Jacob. Oh, we have cat. Do we have cat dog? Do we have cat dog? Catbird. Okay. All right, Jacob, so we're going to do 2 packs for you in a row. See how we do. Speaker of the Heavens. Hey, another Teferi. That's all right. That's all right. That's the regular pack foil version. Hey, nice. Extended our foil heroic intervention. Sweet. Chandra's Pyrelane. Liliana Stewart. Basri's Lieutenant. Garrick's Gorehorn, Bazri's Acolyte, which is usually, you get often, again, on average, 2 of the 12 packs contains something you want to get, and we've already found one in that last slot. Otherwise, it's usually commons and uncommons. Let's do your second pack, Jacob. But either way, that was a nice pack. Oops. That's right, this goes right into the rares after the land. Temple of Epiphany. Hooded Blightfang. Temple of Silence. Okay. Acolyte. Teferi's Protege. Chandra's Incinerator. And Basri's Solidarity. And Teferi's Protege. Okay. So second pack, not quite where we want to be, but not every pack's going to be a hit. J and V. You're going to start with a Gadrick, because I got to slow down there before I get to that last land, or the land. Jorel. Idol of Endurance. Okay. Liliana's Devotee. Basri's Acolyte. Mythic. Hey, Massacre Worm in the Borderless. Pretty cool treatment. Good card. All right. Another Mythic. Chandra. I like it. As I've called attention to in the past, Core 2020 collector boxes either have regular Mythics or Planeswalker Mythics. I have opened quite a few Planeswalker boxes for myself. Thankfully, there are, in fact, rares in this set you want to hit too, and it does have 2 pretty killer Planeswalkers in this set, so we've already found 2 of those. So it's not the worst thing. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Okay, Kazi, sorry. Thieves Guild Enforcer. I'm just skipping right here. Glorious Anthem. Transmogrify. Teferi's Tutelage. Liliana Stewart. Hey, Teferi's Ageless Insight. Great card. And the kind of card exactly that if it dodges reprints, this thing's going to keep climbing. Liliana Stewart. And a Foil Cultivate. It's such a gorgeous card. All right. I'm going to put Teferi back on top, though, because he is a mythic. All right, Jacob, you're next, too. Karavek. Sublime Epiphany. Good and rare. Fiery Emancipation. Okay. Yep, this would have been an absolute killer pull before Wilds of Eldraine, but it's still a good mythic. So there we go. Gorehorn. Acolyte. Containment Priest in the Borderless, or they called it alternate art in this set. Magma, and... okay, Garruk's Harbinger. I'm going to put that Fiery Emancipation on top. Next pack for Jacob. Spore Web Weaver. Shacklegeist. Foiling on that one does look really good. Jorel, Extended Art Foil. Stewart. Gorehorn. Okay, he's got the T-1000 Sad Robot. Cool treatment. Protege and Liliana Stewart. Okay, J and V. Next pack. Uh-oh. Cat Dog. Cat Dog! Not the Cat Dog, but it is still like a $6 token. Primal Might. Primal Might. Oh, these are always funny with that. Garruk's Harbinger. Gorehorn. And our third Teferi. Everybody gets a Teferi. You get a Teferi. You get a Teferi. Garruk's Uprising, which this was like a $3 to $4 uncommon until WoW. Stewart, and I think, yep, that's going to be it. And then we got the dog. Okay, Kazi. So, can we find a Eugene, or Ugin, or Ujin, or whatever? Kazi? Fiery Emancipation times 2. Okay, Extended Art Fiery Emancipation. See, that's why I try not sometimes to mention like the big hits in a set or what has happened beforehand. Anyway, still cool. All right, Solemn Simulacrum, Rada, Liliana's Devotee, Stewart. Holy crap! A second Teferi's Ageless Insight in the same box. Wow. Okay. And a Devotee. Oh, dog, not a cat. Wait, did you get both of those? You did. All right. Not a bad little haul right there. All right, Jacob. This is why I still like this. It still feels like a relatively consistent product. There's a lot to say for opening up a box of cards in these days is to have a consistent experience. 9 lives. Feline Sovereign, who is a pain in the neck card. Karavek. Teferi's Protege. Acolyte. Containment Priest. Stewart. And Protege. Okay. All right, last pack for Jacob. Oh. Do we have another? We do not. Cat Beast. Oh, we got a Vito. Very nice. Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. That's a good rare. Containment Priest. Ghostly Pilferer. Okay. Magma. Protege, and Garruk in the. It is a good looking card. It's Garruk Unleashed in the borderless, continuing the Planeswalker theme, and Basri's Solidarity. All right, down to you, JNV. Can we find Ugin? It is a Planeswalker box. Doesn't mean you'll definitely get him, but can we find him? Rada, Temple of Epiphany, Mazemind Tome, Basri's Solidarity. All right, come on. Protege and rare. Garruk's Harbinger. Yeah. Okay, Gorehorn, and then here we go. Mythic. It is a second Massacre Worm in foil. Okay, at least that's a cool mythic to finish off on. All right, that's another box of Core 2021 for the books. Patrons, thank you very much for wanting to participate in such things and enjoying box breaks and battles and all that good stuff. And I hope you all got something that you kind of enjoy. Core 2021, of course. Now that the prices have come down anyway. Like this was still actually a pretty solid box since now a box is $200 plus tax, whatever that is, right around there. Whereas for quite some time, these boxes were hitting like $250, $260, right? But we are in, well, I guess we're not officially in a recession, but we are in a bit of a magic recession, which has caused a lot of these things. Like now that you can get a box of Zendikar rising for under $200, just blows my mind considering those were hitting $300 and people were actually buying them at that price. That's kind of when I slowed down on them because I was like, that feels like a bit much. But like this set still holds up. Like now you can get a draft box of this again for $100, $105 or so. This is a set that is holding up well. It's kind of fun to watch. I hope they slow down on the reprints this year. Reprints are important. And I feel like now at this point in the video, I'm going to go on a slight little side tangent. It's not going to take too long. But Wizards, like all companies, overreacted to what happened when the market went crazy, and specifically the singles market went crazy in later 2020 and then 2021, where like every card was going to the moon. So Wizards went into full on, well, we can like go mad with reprints, which frankly it looked like they could. God, in 2021, it kind of looked like you could do like all the Masters sets. So you guys remember what was happening with the prices of OG Double Masters, like Ultimate Masters and all those sets? Like boxes of Iconic were approaching $300. Because the world was like starved for reprints. Singles were just flying, you know? So of course then they put a bunch of that into plan to do reprints. And when you're a giant company like that, you don't turn fast. Your rudder doesn't quite, like you're driving a gigantic cruise ship. It doesn't just turn on a dime. So then they reprinted a bunch of things far too many times. And I know I stayed pretty positive about it, partially because I kind of knew what was happening. And then I kind of hoped, I just hope that like in future plans they realize that this isn't changing and they can kind of get away from it. And on this year's agenda, it kind of looks like they're kind of understanding that. Little things like I think the special guest slot, I think that is an outstanding way to reprint cards. And I kind of hope they keep doing that and don't do it heavier than they did in Ixalan. I think that felt good. Yeah, you weren't going to get a good one in every box. You can't get a good one in every box. But it still felt good. Like it felt like a good addition for reprints. So I kind of hope we see more of that. And then once in a while throwing in something like they did with Cavern of Souls in that set, which may or may not have needed a reprint already, but like it didn't do that much to the price. It was hovering at like $40 from Double Masters 2022. Okay, for a moment it went below 30. And then it like shot back up to like 32, 33 at least the last time I checked. I think it's still hovering around there. But like Cavern of Souls, sure. Killer card, high-end card. You did just reprint it, but then you decide to use it in the set, which means if they're doing what it looks like they're going to do, it's going to be a while until we see that card again. Which then is good, right? Because you got to have a healthy balance in the game. It's the equilibrium. Because you got three different types of people, right? You've got players who really only care about the playing. You've got the collectors who only care about the collecting. And then you have a lot of people who are kind of in the middle. They like to play. They also kind of like the collectible aspects too. And then they may vary a little bit on a sliding scale to which way they kind of prefer, right? You have to try to appease all three, and it's hard to do. You have to reprint cards, because frankly, it's still a game in the end. So the whole game piece concept is kind of real. If anybody was around when Tarmogoyf became a big deal, you know, when the game feels like it prices you out, it's hard to continue, and it does that to people, and that's not a good thing. But at the same time, you can't have every card be worth zero, because then why in the hell would anybody ever open up a box of cards? Why would anybody even order a box of right? So you have to have a healthy balance between the two, which, due to what happened in the world and the size of these companies that make these things, they couldn't just turn on a dime. So then we all kind of watched what happened when you can't turn on a dime. And they couldn't move as fast as the market had changed, because then all of a sudden the market changed. And the market all of a sudden became, oh yeah, you remember that Dublin season from Double Masters and that fancy foil treatment with the dino eggs, and it was like 150 to 160 bucks at one time? Yeah, it's like 70 now. It's like $70. But that's partially due to them coming out with more versions of things, but it was also these cards were never going to stay that high. It was artificially inflated. So when you have artificial inflation, cards will start to return back to a normal once those people that are willing to drop that extra income, and they no longer have that extra income, is really the way I should probably say it. They no longer have that extra income. Well, card price is going to go down because it stops selling. And people want to move their cards. Well, you're going to charge less for it until somebody buys it. The value of a card is only what somebody else is going to pay for it. And we can't forget that fact. I'm going to stop talking about the ranting here, or not even really rant, just discussion. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Goodbye.